Hello, Chaparral. It's me again, your co-editor, Aisha Connor-Gayton. I am here with our wellness coordinator, Jason Plourde, and we are going to talk to you today, hopefully, about doing the dance of wellness. One thing we've asked our columnists this month is how do they negotiate big picture issues, maybe even from the U.S. perspective on wellness or the industry perspective, to the constituency here at Glendale. How do they make that work for our college in particular? So Jason, as always, great to see you. How's it going?
Thank you very much for having me.
As always, a pleasure. So yeah, let's talk wellness and that negotiation between big picture issues and local issues. How are you making decisions in spite of our climate, I guess, which can be really anything at this point, the social, political, emotional issues we have. And then also, what are kind of those steps? What's the dance that you have to do between big picture and then the actual program that you run for us?
Well, it all starts with what does Glendale College want? Because I'm just the facilitator for the wellness program. So generally what I do every couple years, I send out a survey. Sometimes we get good response back. Sometimes we get a few people. So I just look through those and then try to put on the same programming that we've done that's worked in the past. And if there's a way that we can change the programming, I'll try my best to do that. Sometimes it's very difficult to be able to do that. I listen to what the people at Glendale College, the faculty and staff, what they want me to do, and I try to make it happen.
So what are some things that you've seen, at least in the last year? Because I think, when did you survey us last? Was it fall?
I believe I surveyed the Garfield campus in the fall. I think it was the Verdugo campus was in the spring of 24. Was that right?
That's last year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so last spring. Okay, yeah, so what were some things you saw, again, big issue in wellness that you were that people connected for you or were like, oh, we would like to see this at Glendale possibly?
One of the things that, and I'd love to do it, but I just don't know a way to do it. And it's been mentioned a couple different times, is like someone doing Tai Chi.
Interesting.
And you would say, oh, that's simple. We could have someone, do a Tai Chi, every week. But it's not as simple as that, because I guess Tai Chi is like a building process where, you don't just, start out and then you build each week. You would do something new, add more movements. So if someone comes on that's never done Tai Chi and they come in week 10, like that's going to throw off the whole rest of the group, because the leader now has to, of the Tai Chi session, now has to spend time building that person up for 10 weeks in 1 week session. So that's one of the drawbacks of trying to do something. I would love to do it, because not only is it physical activity, but Tai Chi is, great for mental relaxation techniques. But it's not as simple as, oh, we'll go do Tai Chi every week. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So there's going to be hopefully some maybe innovation in the area, perhaps a cohort or something. If there's more interest, again, as you ask us what we want, maybe some people can step forward and say, we would be willing to come every week and make this a stepwise thing for all of us. Maybe like a little class every term, right? So are you going to be asking us again anytime soon?
I think it will be, I try to do it every 2 years. So it won't be until the spring of 26 that I asked the Verdugo campus. And like I said, it was the fall of 24 that I did the Garfield campus. And, one of the things that they mentioned is that's one of the things is I have to have something for the Garfield campus. And we used to do Zumba. Zumba has fallen out of favor at Garfield. So I asked, what did they want? and what time, because you can't, everybody can't make all the time. It's just, there's a lot of juggling. So they requested something that was later, 4:30 to 5ish as they get off of work. A lot of people mentioned stretching, so what I came up with was, it's like a stretch exercise where you do a little stretching and a little light exercise. And we started doing that at the Garfield campus this spring. Jesse Garcia, one of our kinesiology instructors, is actually teaching that. So we'll see what happens. It normally takes a semester, maybe 2 semesters before it starts to catch on. You have to attain that following, and then once you get that following, then it rolls. So
Great.
That's what we're trying to do with this.
Yes. And again, you're always welcome as a part of Verdugo campus to attend any Garfield activities and vice versa, because I know our fitness center is on Verdugo campus.
Correct.
So good to know a couple things to learn from this. So there's already opportunity there for you to attend the stretchercise, and it's later in the day. So if you have your classes early, feel free to pop in for that class that is happening at Garfield. And then, of course, the fitness hours that are happening at Verdugo, which are ongoing. And you get those emails from Jason every single week, sometimes multiple times a week, as a reminder. Well, thank you, Jason. We appreciate this. And I think, especially as folks, we were talking about our own mental and emotional health, being able to find these outlets in a positive way that's accessible to us, and you try very hard to make it time appropriate as well, because we know we're busy, is honestly one of the benefits of being an employee here. So we appreciate that a lot. So, and of course, look out for that 2026 survey. So if you have some things that you do want to try and you would like to see them at campus, Jason will be asking you fairly soon. So save up all of those examples. Yeah. So from here in Jason's office in Vaquero Complex, I'm Aisha, your co-editor of Chaparral. Thanks for listening, and please check out the many wellness offerings that Jason Plourde is providing. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.